Howdy, mother. Welcome back to MCubed. My name is Harris, producer of MCubed, and I'm actually getting in front of the camera nowadays for a couple new segments. This one's called Ticket or Skip It. We're deciding whether or not a film, or maybe a TV show that you're watching, is worth the view as it comes out. In that initial week, in that first 2 weeks, as it's in the movie theater, etc., etc. With Ticket or Skip It, we ask 4 questions before we ask our final question. Should you get a ticket or should you skip it? So, those 4 questions are, was this film fulfilling? Were the character arcs within said given film fulfilling? Did I like the film? And is this film worth you going and watching? You know what? Let's find out. So, question number 1. Was Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness a fulfilling film? Yes, 100%, unabashedly, yes. So the film it's just great. Every single thing that it puts in front of you, it tends to pay off. And if it doesn't pay off immediately, like within the said running time of the film, it is going to pay off in the future. And obviously that's the case with most MCU films, but this one's good about almost leading you in the paths that you almost want to be taken going forward with the MCU, which I find really exciting. I'm ecstatic for this, and this is just, it's gonna be good stuff. It's gonna be really good going forward, I believe. So the second question that we have to answer is, were the characters that were presented in this film, were their arcs completely fulfilled? And yes, I would say yes. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is a Marvel film, so there are overarching character arcs from other stories, etc. going on. I think Wanda's arc within this film is very well done, and I think it's the perfect stepping off point and on point to where she was in WandaVision coming out of Westview. I know a lot of people don't necessarily believe that, but I think this is exactly where Wanda mentally would be after going through that type of trauma and grief and then being corrupted by a pretty evil spellbook. I would say Doctor Strange has, as we know from the trailers, there are multiple iterations of Doctor Strange that we get to know throughout this multiverse. Now, I say each one has their own degree of fulfilledness, but all of them are fulfilled within the arcs that we are given within this film. I definitely think that all of our Doctor Stranges were given good send-offs in their own way. Some a little creepier than others, some a little more fun than others, and some a lot more interesting than you'd expect, and you're gonna have to go see the movie and let us know whether or not you agree with me there. Wong is actually an interesting thing. He doesn't have as much to do in this film, and everything he does is important. They're not gotcha moments, they're not savior moments per se, but I would say Wong has the least fulfilling arc out of everybody. Even though I wouldn't say it's not fulfilling. He's great in every single scene he's in, and he steals the scenes that he tends to be in because his charisma is fantastic. America Chavez. Honestly, I've seen people on Twitter saying Rookie of the Year. I'm 100% in agreement. Zacchato Gomez is fan-freaking-tastic. I know the America Chavez from the comics is a little more brutal and stuff, but this is us getting to know the character at first. And I think everything that we're given within her backstory, which is maybe the weaker part of the film, if I had to say anything was weak in the film, her backstory is a little iffy, but you get the points of it, you get the gist of it, and it allows the film to continue to flow, and that it does very well. And America Chavez is a big part of that. She allows the plot points to happen with her powers, and it's a great thing. I really like Zacchato Gomez as America Chavez, and I'm excited to see her start to own that role and start to become the badass America Chavez that we all know and love from the comics. Now, did I like the film is our third question, and that is 100% yes. I've seen it twice now, I'll tell you. I've seen it first in 3D, which The Way of Water, the Avatar trailer in front of it was great. And then I saw it in normal HD, I guess. I think it looks great both ways. I enjoyed everything that the film gave. Honestly, it might be some of the best CGI that I think I've seen in a long, long, long time. And I'm not just saying that because there's CGI in everything that comes out nowadays, but this is CGI that interacts with the world around it and feels nuanced. Multiverse stuff can get very confusing, and I think this does a good job of streamlining everything, not overcomplicating the concept for people that aren't used to it, most, I guess, average MCU viewers, but it's a very deep and mind-boggling concept to even delve into, and I think this film does a very good job of keeping us on the task of actually viewing this movie and being able to keep up with its plot and characters. Within said multiverse, of course. So honestly, I'm actually gonna rate this film real quick. This is not gonna be our actual review and official rating for Doctor Strange, which we will give in the next video. This is my personal ranking of MCU films, and I'm just gonna give you the top 3. The Winter Soldier. I love Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Infinity War might be the singular best, most comic book film I think I've ever seen, and I just enjoy it. I love Infinity War. But I think Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is going to be my third favorite MCU film so far. Out of the 28 films we've gotten, into the 33, I think, overall projects that we've gotten, not including one-shots and shorts and things like that. Yeah. This is it. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is it. That leads us into the fourth question. Is the film worth watching? Yes, 100%. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is worth a ticket. You shouldn't skip it. It's fulfilling in every which way. It's a deceptively simple plot, and I don't think that takes away from everything at all. I actually think it helps the viewer hone in on what the idea of the film is and what the concepts of the film itself are. I absolutely loved it, and it is worth a ticket. Do not skip it. Go see this movie in a movie theater while it is out. One of the questions that is asked in this film is a question that I would love to leave you with. Are you happy? Now, I know that's a pretty deep question to end this thing on, so leave a comment in the comment section and let us know. Are you happy? Oh! You're still here. Well, I guess that's a good time to talk to you about Woogers. Woogers are a haptic feedback sound listening device, and these things are the coolest thing in the world. This thing jams along with you to your music, gives you your own personal bass within your own body, essentially uses your body as a subwoofer. I don't know if that's the correct science or anything, but that's what it feels like. And I love these things. It makes movies, music, and video games just infinitely more fun. This is the coolest thing in the world with movies. Watch Star Wars with this on. That's all I have to say. We are actually affiliates with Wooger, so if you want something like that, we have a nice affiliate discount for you in the description below. Help yourself out a little bit by getting a Wooger. Promise you'll